Hello. Um, it's Prince Easy. And well, those are, you know, the least subject that I'm going to talk about today, okay? I'm trying to focus or something, yeah. Okay, so I think they are self-explanatory. Let's go into what I want to talk about today specifically, yeah? The reality of disease, weapons looking for vulnerabilities, the anti-God system in full swing, the knowledge that leadeth to falling away. Okay, there is a record to the falling away of humanity, and the first is the increase in the number of people, population. Okay, the population of people causes an increase in knowledge, and the increase in knowledge sometimes has a negative effect of causing people to forget God and to basically pretend like the order was not established. Okay, they act like we are just left to fend for ourselves and with no oversight whatsoever to how we are supposed to live in every aspect of our lives. And we mistake religion as just part of, I don't know, spiritual realities. Maybe there's a separate, we pretend like life and spirituality are separate entities, but in reality they are one of the same. Okay, they both affect the human condition, and they have to be checks and balances have to be considered when it comes to both things. Okay, so it's just like the law, love God, love thy neighbor. Okay, this is just a mirror of that law. Okay, so let's get into it. Imbalanced diets. People recommending, I don't know, standard diets for everybody. And the reality is that everybody has a special type of diet that they need at that particular time. Okay, the thing is that they don't have control over impulses. They just react to food. That's the thing. Okay, if they were calm and focused and basically over their urges, then they would basically see everything clearly. And the body, and the scriptures say that the soul and the body are in war. This war cannot happen if the body is not a separate entity, with its own intelligence as the soul. Okay, hence the war. Okay, it might be a beast, okay, acting like a beast, but again, what the beast is lacking is intelligence, which the soul provides. Okay, so there has to be, again, that balance has to be maintained, okay, in order for a person to be functional, okay, in all aspects, I think, of life. And of course there are agendas. Professionals, people who claim to be medical professions, come up here and just straight up lie, in these stages, because in reality they don't even allow questions. And the people who are there are really desperate and sick and wanting to find answers to what is ailing them. But in reality, the problem is much bigger and much wider than that. Dietary extremism, that has been growing rampant. It hasn't spilled over here in Africa, except for the higher class. They have these habits of dietary extremism. I'm vegan. I don't eat salt. they have these things, which are basically designed to backfire. Okay, salt is important. The thing is, nobody's saying the truth. Few people are trying to say the truth, but their voices are being dampened. Okay, so people adapt these nonsense from wherever and just apply it in their lives. Okay, you should tell them how is salt important to your cells when it comes to regulation of the pH in your bloodstream. And there's no substitute to salt. People don't understand this. Okay, people have been consuming salt for years. Okay, only in recent years it has become a problem. Because why? Again, the increase in knowledge. We have become foolish rather than actually wise. We have become foolish because we are chasing after our own desires. Okay, people have results before, like in the black hole situation. Yes, people have theorized the black hole before they even seen the black hole. Like they are trying to, trying this manifestation magic or something. Like in the book, The Secret. There's a book out there, The Secret. It's a magician book. Talks about manifestation. If you believe, then you'll achieve. Like what? So there's no order there. Like anything that you believe, then you can achieve. What type of world is that? Okay, but again, I digress. Okay, and then there's these lactose intolerant peoples. They are forming a whole movement out there to change the diet of the entire world to be conducive to just like these 25 genders people. Okay, and people don't know about cell science. The best expression is the Russian dolls. There's a doll inside a doll inside a doll. Okay, for instance, I can take an example of waste products produced. DNA produces waste, cells produce waste, organs produce waste, a person produces waste. Okay, so if there is a hindrance, for instance, some idiot, when you come to the other point down here of cosmetics, applies a cosmetic, anti-sweating material in their armpit, where does that dirt go then? Because in reality it's supposed to come out just like urine or just like number twos. But in reality, you see what I'm saying? Okay, the DNA is a living organism, a cell is a living organism, the organ is a living organism of itself. Okay, but these are all interlinked together to work in a single system. Okay, they are all interlinked to work in a single system seamlessly. Okay, it's wonderful when you get to know how beautiful we are made. Okay, and then we have this other group of people who just want to sell vitamins. They don't want people to live the natural way of eating fruits and such. No. They just want people to take pills. They just want people to take pills to just trick the body, and thinking that these synthetic materials will not produce synthetic waste products. Well, let's not talk about that. There's the issue of water also. People don't actually know what water actually does to them. They just say, a person needs 4 liters of water per day. Who told you that? Under what circumstances? Okay, let me tell you this about urine. Okay, if it comes out too yellow, there's a problem. If it comes out white, there's a problem. Okay, if it comes out white, means you are losing minerals. Okay, and if it comes out purely, deeply, it comes even out heavy, yellow, heavy yellow. And that means you have less water in your system. Okay, so it has to come out the right amount of yellow. Okay. Okay, so coming back to that terrible pro-medication medical advice. Okay, these idiots are out here lying. Okay, and we have these oil wars, animal-based or plant-based. cooking oil. My advice, moderation. Okay, when it comes to plant-based oil, you need a lot of moderation, but less moderation is required when it comes to animal-based. Okay, and that is also dependent upon your age. Okay, because your system slows down as you age. Okay, your ability to break down these compounds and such lessens. Okay, so you need to consume less of them. Okay, so like I said, okay, the advice about diet is very specific to a person, not even a group of people, a person. You know, I can't even sit here and say people from 40 going up should eat this and this and this. No, that would be terrible advice. Okay, because at every stage in life a person grows, something happens to them, you know. So the issue of sugar and glucose, for instance, you know, sugar, glucose, you know, cholesterol and fat, you know, when you are younger, you burn a lot of glucose, simple sugars, you burn them, you know, they go quick. Okay, but as you grow older, you face a lot of damage, you need more repair. So you need to balance the cholesterol and the sugar, you know, in order for to be a functional person, to be full of energy throughout the day. Okay, if there is an imbalance between the glucose and the cholesterol, then you have a problem. Okay, Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's is because people have less cholesterol. I would like to see people disprove it. Okay, yeah. Okay, but Alzheimer's is a symptom of like people having less cholesterol. Okay, cells are losing their ability to make themselves, you know, to repair themselves. Okay, and they use cholesterol as a base compound to remake cells. Okay, and stress. I was listening to this guy saying that, you know, the biggest causes of stress in the world today are death, you know, divorce and death. You know, funny enough, all of these can be manufactured. That's why I said it is an issue of weapon, looking for vulnerability. Okay, so really there's a lot that we have to like change in life, you know, in order for for real change to even start to begin, you know, in a personal level I'm talking about, you know. Because if we are weaker personally, then as a whole we are weak, you know. So I hope you understand what I'm saying. So I cover these big things and also these small things because they're as important as the big things. Yes. We talked about the spirit. We talked about how there's a war between the two. Okay, and how one should try to make a stronger spirit, stronger will. Okay, if you don't have, if you're overweight and you don't have the will to starve, because it's a cruel word, you know. People think that starvation is a cruel word, but no, it's not. Okay, it's a simple solution to a very simple problem. You have excess food. Okay, all that meat, all that manyama are actually pockets of storage for food. Okay, it's like storage for food. Okay, so either if you want to burn that food, you should act like a bear. Okay, either be active, walking around for miles and miles, or just cease eating. They call it hibernation, and then you will automatically your body will switch to burning this fat that is in your body. Okay, it's simple. As simple as that. Literally, simple as that. Starvation. Okay, eat once a day. If you are literally overweight, eat once a day. Okay? You'll see what will happen to your body. It will start to consume itself. Okay, your body has a habit to cannibalize itself. Okay, it cannibalizes itself. So you need to cannibalize this fat. You need to burn it. Okay, so you have to have a strong will and to pull this off. If you have a weak will, then my friend, you are in trouble. Okay, because the body always consumes, because the body always worries for survival. Yes. But life is different. Okay, we are different from bears. The bears don't have cars, don't have elevators, things like that, you know. Bones and nerves, the building up of gases, you know. Wanasema sijui kugosha vidole, kugosha mgongo. I've looked at this habit in cats, you know. I've made it even my own lifestyle, and honestly it has helped me. Okay, when I was younger, I suffered a lot of back pain. I was like an old man, you know. And to lessen the issue, I realized that stretching is important. Stretching of the lower back and the middle back and the upper back. Okay, stretching is important. Just like a cat. If you own a cat, you'll observe this. Okay, when they are asleep, when you wake them up, the first thing they will do is stretch. Every time, no matter how long they stay like that, you know, they stretch. I think we should adapt it. Okay, I don't know what happened to our backbones, but there's a lot of compression happening, and this compression causes a lot of issues into the entire system. Okay, and unless this pressure is released, I don't know, using chiropractic practices or just home stretching, you know, which is actually really possible if you know how to position yourself to release these gases from your lower back and whatsoever. Okay, these seats that we have made for ourselves in order to sit actually damaging our backs, our lower backs and middle backs actually, you know. So learn how to stretch, everybody. This is regardless of age. Okay, if you're older, it's actually much more. And even if you're younger, it depends on the type of lifestyle you're living. Okay, you might need more exercise than an older person if you're younger when it comes to releasing the pressure in your back and in your joints, basically. Exercising, okay? Exercising is unnecessary. Okay, it's unnecessary. We are exercising because we need to burn. We have a very weak will. We maintain a 3-meal diet, a 3-meal diet that we have made for ourselves, and we're still exercising and we're still overweight. It's either we are taking in too much or the exercises are too little, which is okay, starve. Okay, no, if you look into nature, no creature exercises. No creature ever exercises. Okay, and we are the apex. Okay, the apex meaning that a little aspects of our lives are being scattered along a lot of species on Earth. Okay, so we can find ourselves in each animal on Earth, literally. So in that sense, we should find animals that exercise, and there is none. They have a strict diet. Okay, they eat in a certain manner. They do not have access to food as we have. Okay, they starve. That's why they are healthy. They starve. Okay, so starvation needs to be part of our life. Okay, you can call it whatever you want. You can call it fasting. Okay, fasting was recommended in a spiritual sense and in a material sense because God knew that people would lose control over their urges. Okay, especially when it comes to food. Okay, I remember I went to one of these Chinese, Sino Tanzania. It was one medical center here in Dar es Salaam, Sinza somewhere, I think. They recommended that I do not eat meat. And I suffered because the meat was there. I could take it, I could consume it, but I had that discipline in me prior to that, you know. If I said I didn't want to eat something, I said I don't eat it. Simple as that. I do not indulge myself. You know, that's the problem. People indulge themselves and it gets them into trouble. Okay? Now I am disciplined. If I indulge myself, I get sick. So you see, I'm in a system that is basically keeping me healthy, because too much change in my weight, in my in my veins. If I have too much fat in my veins, I feel it. I feel it in my heart even. Okay, my heart behaves different because I maintain a certain form. Okay, most people have no control over this form. They just eat. All they know is just eat in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. They feel like it's the law of God, which has, I don't know, given to humanity. In reality, it's not that. Okay, so indulgence. The systems, muscles, bones, central nervous system, you know. People need to, you can YouTube these things and know the correlation between these two things, these three things, in fact. Your muscles, your bones, and your central nervous system, you know, how are they connected to each other, you know. The law of creation, two of the same but not the same. Your left nose is not the same as your right nostril. They look the same, but they're not. Okay, the same as to your ears. Okay, they are not the same. Okay, that's why you have this indication in your headphones. You know, this is for the right ear, this is for the left ear, because during the past they used to practice mastering of audio based on the physiology of the brain. Okay, one ear needs less sound than the other. Okay, it's just the way it has been. Okay, if you talk to a specialist of, I don't know, ear, throat, and I don't know, and mouth or something, specialist, they will tell you. Okay, physiology. If you know this, then you know the weapons. You know that, okay, there are things that people are doing, there are things that these manufacturers are doing, and intentionally or unintentionally are actually causing damage to the body. Okay, chemicals and electricity. Yes, we are full of electricity. Our heart, our brain, you know, our nervous system is full of electricity, and this electricity is connected to chemical reactions. Okay, so if you feed your body synthetic chemicals, because these are the raw materials that are used to create these reactions within our bodies. Okay, so synthetic materials consumed cause synthetic reactions. Okay, so no wonder people are having weird diseases, okay, that were not present in the past, but now are actually a problem, and they're actually not non-infectious. Okay, that is even the miraculous thing. How can these diseases spread so much while they're not even transferable? Okay, people say this. Madaktari, msikilize, mnasema hivi kila siku, magonjwa ambayo ambukizi ndio magonjwa ambayo yanaua watu wengi sana, si ndio? Mnabidi mjitathmini, mnamaanisha nini mkisema hicho kitu? Lugha nyinyi ni wanasayansi ndio, lakini mnabidi muelewe, mchambue huo msemo kiundani, ndio mtajua kwamba yes, indeed we are dealing with weapons. Okay, we are dealing with weapons. Sio coincidence kwamba ni weapons ambazo ziko targeted to individuals. Ndio maana tunaona rampant growth of such diseases kama pressure na vitu kama hivyo, kisukari na nini. Okay, as I said, everybody is custom because of your DNA. Okay, so if there is damage to DNA, then the damage ni kama msingi. Yes, if you damage the foundation, then the walls that are built upon the foundation become shaky. That's why I've been an advocate of not playing with the DNA. People's DNA, do not touch it. Okay, EMF. That's another hot topic, because we are bathing in electromagnetic fields. Okay, if we were to see them, we would be scared. Okay, I hope somebody builds the goggles that we can see all of these magnetic fields that are interacting with our bodies each day and night. Okay, because this interaction again causes electrical issues. Okay, this EMF causes electrical issues. Okay, electrical issues, because these are fields of magnets. We know what magnets do. Okay, they either resonate or they don't. Okay, resonance, they call it attraction or whatever, but it's basically resonance. Okay, they basically resonate and come together and combine one bigger field, or they part ways, and either causes different reaction within the human body. Okay, cosmetics. Okay, don't touch them. Okay, people are busy out here smearing themselves with petroleum. Okay, you niggas need to be honest. That's the issue. Most people are not honest. They just follow ads. Ads, they follow ads. Like, we are Russian dolls, I've said this, yes? Like, we have people advertising a solution that kills 99% of the bacteria or germs. Like, are you serious? This is working under the assumption that all of these germs and bacteria are actually useless to the human body. That's the biggest lie. Because in reality, a majority of these bacteria are actually useful to the human body. Okay, and these cosmetics just get in the way on these. They get in the way. We are basically on the way of our own health. We are literally killing ourselves. That's how perfect this scam is. They have convinced us to kill ourselves. For instance, the cow milk, A cow by itself, it cannot produce milk. It needs a specific bacteria that it acquires from the environment to produce what we know as milk. Okay? Being too sanitary is actually a problem for humanity. Today's humanity. Being too sanitary has made our immune systems weak. Very weak. That the only solution is to come dirty. Okay, we need to get dirty a little bit to strengthen our immune systems. Okay, we need to expose ourselves. Okay, I'm not talking about just injections, yes? Exposing ourselves to dangerous, genetically modified specimens inside our bodies. No. I'm talking about our body's autoimmune system. Auto, keyword. Not induced. There's induced and there's autoimmune. But since our immune systems are suppressed, then you have to induce a reaction because we are unhealthy. Okay, so you get my point. So, last but not least, have a read. Have a read. The spiritual warfare that we are fighting. They are gathering themselves. Okay, people should be worried of what comes after this. Okay, understand that there will be lessons, and there are lessons learned. These killers are learning efficient ways to kill. And people are just worried about the numbers of people dying. 7,000, 12,000. whilst there are more aborted babies than that per year. And that's what's scary about this whole situation. The real war is quiet, it's fought quietly. People are just distracted by other things, thinking that, this is it. No, that's not it. You're looking in the wrong direction. Okay? The camp of the saints. Okay, if you want to talk about a touchy subject, talk about that. Okay, I know. Because I'm David, I'm Zion, I know what the camp of the saints means. Okay? Beloved city. People have even dared to say that they will somehow find a way to encompass New Jerusalem. Are you out of your minds? Okay? These are out of their minds. Okay? They're talking about Zion. Okay? They're talking about Zion. Okay? That's why they will be burnt. Okay? Because they would literally be trying to wipe out the last people that are trying to protect creation from being destroyed completely, just like the floods. Okay? Because the camp of the saints, these are the people that did not go along with the nonsense, with the wars and the killings and the justification used to kill and whatever. They were honest with themselves. Okay? So there will be a split. There will be two groups, just like when Moses came down from the hill. There were two groups. People worshiping Baal and people worshiping the true God. Okay, so there's a mirror there. What happened to the people who are worshiping the calf is exactly what's to happen to the people who will worship Satan and go along with his agenda. Okay, because the truth is, they have hidden the 1,000 years that Satan was imprisoned. Okay? It's like denying a slave their history of when they knew freedom. They only start after Satan was loosened from his bound. Okay? He just goes out to deceive the nations and pit people against people. That's what he's doing. Okay? So you need to understand that clearly. Okay? So let me end there. Prince Eric, General Easy signing out. Love you. Bye.